Good evening from a rainy night in Seattle during another night of pandemic life. So, what am I doing for fun? But I'm apparently randomly talking to my Facebook camera. But we all try different things to amuse ourselves, I guess, as we're stuck at home. And something that I've actually spent quite a bit of time thinking about today is how do you redefine work? It seems like so much of our culture is focused on work and doing things to be productive. But a prompt that came across my social media feed earlier today asked, what might be 3 ways that you can turn work into play? And that kind of stopped me dead in my tracks. And I admit that, as somebody who likes to be practical and achieving, this has been something that I've struggled with over the years. Earlier in the year, it struck me that sometimes redefining work or what qualifies as work actually makes it a lot less stressful and a lot more fun. For me, one of the big turning points was realizing that work meant also building relationships and not just putting something tangible out. Connecting with people was actually a form of work, and that was a real mind shift to go, wait, that qualifies as something that I should be giving myself some credit for and is actually a little bit more fun than just churning out tangible products or work or spreadsheets or whatever industry requires your work to be. Can you tell I have notes? That's okay. I've got notes anyway. That being said, another thing that I've been thinking about is how do you shift work to actually play to your strengths so that it's not as arduous? For me, learning is lots of fun. Therefore, doing these videos right now is kind of fun. It's been interesting to shift some of my thinking to how do I let people know I even exist? And if I can learn to do something new that plays to my strengths and makes it kind of fun. So you're probably going to be hearing from me off and on for a while. And then a third thought that I decided might be a way for me to look at making work into more fun is when it feels like work, or looking at why it feels like work or why it feels overwhelming. Because if something's boring versus overwhelming, the solutions to making it more fun are actually really quite a bit different. And for me, when something feels like work, I've often come to realize it also means that it feels overwhelming. So, what I've been working on doing is trying to break things down into smaller and smaller steps. The current overwhelming task is trying to build a drip irrigation system for my plants on my deck. And when it finally occurred to me that maybe I could just set up one planter instead of trying to set up all four, and then I could redo the system again if it didn't work, that made things a whole lot easier. And the system didn't work today, so I know that I'll be trying it again, but at least now I'm more confident and it feels more fun and like less work. And somehow we stop this.